5.5 million military caregivers across the United States. 1.1 million of those caregivers are actually post 9/11. The hardship for these caregivers is that none of us really know our limits. And when you go into a caregiving role, you don't tell yourself, or you can't tell yourself, gee, I'm only going to do this for 6 hours a day or 8 hours a day. This is a full-time job. And the caregivers are saving the government and the rest of the nation $14 billion in voluntary medical care for their loved ones.
My name is Annie Remsburg, and the caregiver for my son, Cory Remsburg.
My name is Annie Remsburg, and I am a caregiver for my stepson, Cory Remsburg, who is an Army Ranger, and he was critically wounded in Afghanistan on October 1st, 2009. He was hit with an IED explosion as they were coming off from a very successful mission at about 5 a.m. in the morning. Army Rangers are an elite force, special operations. Cory had served 8 years active duty and was on his 10th deployment between Iraq and Afghanistan. When he was hit with the IED, he was thrown into a canal and was face down in water. His lungs had collapsed. He had penetrating debris in his right eye. He had a hole in the side of his head from the explosion and burns and various shrapnel throughout his body. But Cory Remsburg is alive and well today. He never gives up. He doesn't quit. He's an Army Ranger. And although he has not been able to come back to full capacity, he has worked long and hard to get to the point in his life that he's at. So we're very proud of him.
One of the issues as both as Cory's father and power of attorney is that I have to look out for his affairs. And one of the things that I'm concerned about is what happens in 1, 5, or even 10 years. And I really work hard, try to put together appropriate contingencies to protect him and to make sure that he will be cared for a very long time.
My husband and I are a real team, and we're rather opposite in personality, and our strengths are different. So where I take on a lot of the day-to-day, the medical, the doctor appointments, that type of thing, he handles more of the financial, the long-term financial planning, what's going to happen, when, if, and so forth.
We really lean on each other's strengths and weaknesses. So I actually have a partner, and that partner shares those moments, can know when I'm burned out maybe, can pick up that and and share with me. And you know what? And we really work hard to take care of ourselves. Date night. We work hard to get a date night in there. We take retreats.
Find something of a passion for yourself and don't feel guilty about it. Take your time, go off and take a couple days, or even if it's just, go off and do an exercise class or read a book or whatever's important to you that's just about you and not you in the framework of being a caregiver.
One of the roles of a caregiver is to understand that this is a journey. And a journey doesn't normally have an end. And that means that you're continuing to learn, you're continuing to give back, you're continuing to, to understand what the surroundings are for your situation, and just be available and just don't stop learning, lifelong learning.